Your task is to set up a thriving colony. Well, stop bothering me and start expanding my empire. Governor, you just keep on advancing, don't you? I'm almost starting to get impressed, really.
I'm Tom. I'm the lead developer for One More Island at my own company called Berg Games. One More Island is a logistic-focused game. So you have to manufacture goods, ship them from place A to B. You start with one island, and of course the goal is to get more islands over time. And pretty early on in the game, you get to meet the Queen, and that's a real character, a bit of a snarky personality.
It seems we're stuck between a rock and a hard place, though.
Or, well, you are.
She becomes more demanding over time. You might have to start paying taxes, it gets more complicated. So you're gonna hire more workers, build production zones, start shipping things to the other islands where you can grow new types of crops, research new opportunities, and of course you have to trade everything around the world. You start with some food and resources, but then you have to start setting up the production chains. Perhaps it's more interesting to take a more detailed look at bread. So to produce bread, you first have to grow some wheat. Plant the crop, of course, then you see it grow over time. It has to be watered every couple of days. And once it's full grown, your farmer will come in, use the scythe and harvest the wheat. So then you have to start building the mill. With the walls, a small table for the flour, an input crate where the wheat is going to go. And of course the mill itself where the wheat is grinded into flour. From there, you have to build a bakery. So yet another zone where you have to assign a baker with a bread oven, but it doesn't end there because, well, with that bread I can hire workers, but I want workers on all my islands. So that one piece of bread produced on my first island has to go all over the world. The game is challenging you in various ways. You're gonna encounter the occasional disaster. Your island could be set on fire, maybe by the Queen or maybe just by accident, who knows. A famine could happen, a plague. Different things can happen that disturb the way you were working before. At some point you're gonna get at a tier that the Queen really starts demanding taxes.
Governor.
And personally I think that's where the game's getting a bit more difficult. Every month she wants something different. You know what she's gonna want next month, but not in what quantities. And then you have to provide it. And if you don't, there might be consequences. But I think the real challenge in the game is definitely the core loop of getting the resources across the different islands to make sure that your workers don't starve, that they keep producing the things on the other islands as well. So you really have to take care of the basics while expanding further. And I think that's a really cool, challenging thing. At some point you want to explore the rest of the world. So you build your first ship, load up some workers, some resources, and then you start sailing around to find the islands you need. Once you get close to an island, you'll discover it, see what kind of crops grow there, what kind of mines you could build. There's all sorts of different islands, and that's a really cool thing. That also helps the replay value of the game. The world is dynamically generated with different islands, different positions, so every game is unique. Once you've settled a second island, you need to start setting up trade routes. You can configure what you want to load here, where you want to unload it, all these kinds of settings, so both islands get what they need. One More Island is a great addition to the island builder genre, and the game just becomes more challenging over time. You start with a small colony, and then you're gonna conquer the world. It's great fun, I can promise you that.